Hey guys, and welcome to another Stock Talk. Today is April 16th at 5:11 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's take a look at SPY on the 180-day chart, and let's focus in on the current uptrend, right? So yesterday we left off saying that we had a potential to break above the resistance, which was situated around 266.90, and indeed, we did break above. And remember yesterday, what I said was we have to wait for a confirmation, right? And this is what happened today. So let's take a look on the 1 minute chart, and you guys can see that here is the resistance, right? And we were getting nudged in by this ascending triangle. And I was looking at this chart earlier today while the markets were opening and found it really hilarious. And you know why? Because we were literally getting nudged in by this triangle. You guys see this up and down oscillation at the resistance. But regardless, that should be a slightly more bullish sign, because that is another sign of consolidation at the resistance. So the markets are trying to garner energy so that we can have a push up over the resistance. And this is exactly what happened today. We did have a push up, but again, I wanted it to retest the support. So whether this could be a retest of the support, this may have been like a test of the support, because this support line, I mean, isn't necessarily situated at 0.90. It might be situated at 0.70, 0.80, right? So we did have a retest. Actually, we had a retest down here. You can see we bounced off the support. And then we closed with Dow Jones up 212 points. So what are we looking at in the near future? The stance hasn't really changed. We were looking for a big break up or a big breakdown, right? And in the short term, the probability of going up is higher, because we were on an uptrend, obviously. So now that this resistance is broken, I'm still going to keep it here. So why am I keeping it here? Well, it's because this resistance may be a new support. So there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, look at the volume today. The volume was extremely low. So this movement up today, take it with a grain of salt, because we have low volume, and what's happening right now? We are closing in on the 200 SMA. Actually, we tested the 200 SMA, kind of got rejected a little bit today, but we can't really say anything for certain until tomorrow. And note that the 200 SMA is edging closer and closer, right? So regardless, even if the market moves sideways tomorrow, the 200 SMA is still slanting towards us. So if we were to break above the 200 SMA, where's our next resistance? Well, as we said yesterday, the next resistance would probably be around 271 before we had a breakdown. And this breakdown occurred around March 22nd. So this would be probably the next resistance, followed closely by the resistance around 273.90. So those are the resistances that we're looking for. Okay, so my positions have not changed. I'm still in DRIP. I'm still in TVIX. Remember, TVIX is my insurance position. And let's take a look at 4/CL, because this is one thing that I noticed yesterday. And after I posted the video, I'm like, oops, probably should tell you guys about this. So you guys might realize that I have taken out this resistance line. Now that's actually pretty interesting. I should probably put it back in. So here's the resistance line, right? This was a resistance that got broken at around 66.23. And what do you guys notice? I put in these lines, these parallel lines. You see this pattern that's forming where we're getting higher lows, higher highs? So once again, we are at a critical juncture in terms of crude oil futures. If we break under, then we have a potential to retest the 200 SMA, right? Like it did right here. So we have a potential to retest like 63.30 and then look for a bounce up. And then in that case, DRIP would in fact go up. But what seems pretty interesting today? Well, let's zoom in on what happened today. And here's the 4-hour candles. So we did go down today, but we didn't break under this support. And what do you guys think happened with DRIP and GUSH? Look at this, guys. 4/CL went down 1.5%. GUSH went up 2%. DRIP went down 2%. So once again, what does that say? So we said that yesterday that GUSH is looking extremely bullish. And we said that even if GUSH was consolidating up here, even if it didn't have this drop overnight, if it was consolidating, the 220 EMA line will eventually push near or very close to where we actually are. Well, why is that important? Because when we get it really close to the 20 EMA, that is when it garners enough energy for another push up. And that is a pro for people who are in GUSH. So for people who are in DRIP, including myself, there's a couple of things I'm looking at. One, we already talked about. We're at the support point. We see this ascending trend, right? But it could start coming back down, right? And retesting this area. So that's number one. That's, again, more along the side of hoping, but there's a little bit of maybe 80% hoping, 20% technical analysis with this one. Because I can argue it this way. We have a resistance here, and which is the new support, and it could easily bounce back up. Okay, so that's the other argument. But the second thing for DRIP that's going on is, let's take a look at DRIP on the 180 days. And this is something that's really obvious, right? We have a support on the 180-day low at $9.30. Okay, this is the 180-day low. By no means does that mean that we're going to bounce here. It might go a little lower before we start bouncing or reversing. So you might ask yourself, do we have any confirmation of a reversal on DRIP? Right? What's happening? No, there's no confirmation, right? This green candle is not a confirmation of a reversal, even though we're at the support. So for those who want to enter DRIP, well, I don't think so. Those who want to enter GUSH, I mean, I don't think so either, because we're just not in a very good position. In terms of GUSH, we're probably overextended. In terms of DRIP, we don't have a reversal going on. Here's GUSH right here. And what did we say yesterday? Well, we said that even GUSH, if it start consolidating towards the right, the 20 EMA line would get closer. But what happened today? GUSH continued to push up. More bullish trend for crude oil. So for those who are in GUSH, I think once again you are at a good place, but perhaps look towards covering your profits in terms of people who are in DRIP. Well, you don't want to sell it now because we're at the 180-day low. So might as well, play the part and see what happens tomorrow and the day after. If we continue to lose 5-6% that much ground, then we can let it go, right? Got to let things go. A couple things I want to take a look at. Another one was DGAZ, right? So let's take a look at natural gas futures really quick on the 180 days. And we said that natural gas, yesterday, we identified a reversal candle, right? This candle right here, which is a potential reversal candle at the resistance of natural gas, which is at $2.76, okay? So natural gas futures follows the ticker UGAZ. So what happened today? Well, we actually saw another surge up followed by another potential reversal signal right here. Okay, so this is something to keep in mind because now we do have two green bars. The 20 EMA is still coming up. It's still, because we're so overextended, it's still trying to reach that area. So, DGAZ could be a potentially good play until at least natural gas does come down to the 20 EMA. So let's take a look at DGAZ, and this is something that I'm still pretty interested in. So what are we seeing? Yesterday, I showed you this chart, right? DGAZ. I showed you this, that we were at the support, at this support, and I said that we were looking for a bounce off of this support. All right, guys, did it happen today? Did it bounce off of this support? No. What happened pre-market? It went to this support. So yesterday I said, well, if this support doesn't hold, we're looking at this support. Did this support hold today? Well, not bad, right? This support, ironically, this first 4-hour candle that market opened held above the support. So is that a confirmation? I think so. So, if you guys were to buy in at 1 o'clock, let's just say 1 o'clock, because why do I like to buy in things at 1 o'clock? Well, because 1 o'clock, there's not much manipulation that can occur for the first 4-hour candle, right? The first 4-hour candle is already situated, it's done, and we know that it held above the support. So we can buy in at this point, right? It closed out here and then at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we can just see what happens. And this is a potential bounce, right? I mean, if DGAZ does go up tomorrow, then again, we have another opportunity to buy into DGAZ. If we see it retest the support and it starts bouncing back up again, that's another opportunity to buy DGAZ. So those are the current tickers that I'm looking at. So guys, if you have any tickers that you want me to see in either stocks or ETFs that you want me to analyze, just put it in the comments below. Thank you for all your comments, and I will keep making these videos. You guys are awesome. And like if you like this video. If you didn't like it, I hope you like it in the future. And I will see you tomorrow for another day of trading.